accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old
Right,
teenager.
right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that the statement is something from, you can tell it's written by a lawyer, because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says like you're gonna find out like how I'll handle this. Like, and that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like your publicist wouldn't say that, right?
This is on your
Put that up.
yeah, this is
that
on
50?
yeah, it says I don't know what's going on, but are we still gonna have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. You know, I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. Because look, they will fall back. But the NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic, right?
Yeah. I'm just watching. I'm participating. I'm being part of the culture. I'm just telling my opinion.
Right.
Look,
Because you're part of the
this,
culture.
Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm like I'm going to Dre's studio and just sit with Dre a little.
Right.
And then maybe I stay in trouble.
When you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like. Then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Like that. Look, you know what's ill? Like if you say, I have this thing where I'm conflicted when it takes you 20 years to remember something happened to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I go, oh, so 10 years, 20 years later, that comes back. And it's like all of Puff's problems are coming from the ministers touching little boys.
What you mean?
The laws are the way they are because the
Because of the priests.
the priest touching little boys.
Oh. Why are we looking at me, bro? I
That's
just go to church. I just go to church, right? I have nothing to do with this. I have an alibi.
That's why the laws allowing you to
We
go
got a
that
lot
far
of people
back.
turn away from you right here. I'm just a Catholic kid. Go on.
You've been dead, dude.
No. What's the body of Christ taste like? That's sacrilegious. You can't do that.
He's like, yo, drink my blood.
Yo,
So it is crazy when after 20 years they come out. That is foul.
But with Puffy, you were the only one saying anything for decades.
yeah, because we had our own little thing.
But you were the
What
only.
was
Everybody
your
else
thing?
is scared.
Huh?
But everybody else is scared. So you think maybe this is a similar thing where everybody else is scared? I don't know what it is. I'm just
I
asking.
think that they're scared.
The post in question was just one of 50's latest antics aimed squarely at Jay-Z. Using humor as a weapon, 50 captioned the video with, "I want to post this, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get shot."
But if they're scared,
But
then maybe
you've
that's
been
why I'm thinking.
insinuating Jay-Z a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you've been saying people gonna come for him a little bit.
No,
You've
I
been kinda-
thought he would do funky stuff like the Super Bowl. Like it was not okay for me to be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he tried to cut that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to. Well, they worked to make like there was an issue with me in the NFL that doesn't exist. And
So
then
he did the corporate way of
Yes.
trying to keep you down.
I'm
Oh, it's
doing
not me. It's not.
it's them. And then when M says he's not gonna do it if I'm not there, then
Let's go.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
That's
But
what I'm
what's
talking
your
about.
and Jay's issue?
it's just competitive stuff.
It's
for the
really
music.
just
This is
competitive.
what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
Oh,
Okay.
So
I can
that's the
see
behind
that.
the scenes thing that we don't see. It's
Yeah.
one thing when there's like people talking about each other in music.
Yeah.
But there's behind the scenes business deals that a guy is getting involved with on the side, and it's not like you're gonna go public and be like, they tried to stop my vitamin water.
Yo, this deal, and
Yeah.
you go. He said that to you, like.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I get that.
Like they'll speak to your temperament, like say, you know, 50's a little crazy. He'll say anything. You see what saying anything did to Kanye.
So they're trying. He's basically trying to scare
yeah,
people out of
out
doing
of
deals
doing
with
it.
you. Interesting. And then M shut it down, and he was like, "Yo, it's got to
I'm
happen."
not. If he's not coming, I'm not coming. And then it changes the whole thing because he really is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Like you know, they can say what they want.
Yeah, no.
But when we go to the stats, the actual
Numbers
They
don't
know the
lie.
numbers.
It's one thing to watch 50 Cent throw some shade, but it's a whole different situation when he pulls Jay-Z into a storm that's already rattling the music world to its core, and the video in question was created by AI, no less. Now let's dig into this complex mix of accusations, competition, and 50 Cent's unique style of trolling. What exactly does 50 know or claim to know about Jay-Z's future, and why does he keep hinting that there's more to this story? The article in question is just one of 50's latest moves aimed squarely at Jay-Z, using humor as a sharp tool. 50 even captioned the video with, "I want to upload this, but I'm scared I'm going to get shot."
But
Then
you've
maybe that's
been
why I'm thinking.
insinuating Jay-Z a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you've been saying people gonna come for him a little bit.
No,
You've been
I
kinda-
thought he would do funky stuff like the Super Bowl. Like it was not okay for me to be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he tried to cut that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to. Well, they worked to make like there was an issue with me in the NFL that doesn't exist. And
So
then
he did the corporate way of
Yes.
trying to keep you down.
I'm
Oh, it's
doing
not
it.
me. It's not.
It's them. And then when M says he's not gonna do it if I'm not there, then
Let's go.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
That's what
But
I'm
what's
talking
your
about.
and Jay's issue?
it's just competitive stuff.
It's
for the
really
music.
just
This is
competitive.
what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
Oh,
Okay.
So
I
that's
can
the
see
behind the scenes thing that we don't see. It's
Yeah.
one thing when there's like people talking about each other in music,
Yeah.
but there's behind the scenes business deals that a guy is getting involved with on the side, and it's not like you're gonna go public and be like, they tried to stop my vitamin water.
Yeah, or this deal, and you go. He said that to you, like.
Okay.
wow.
I get that.
Like they'll speak to your temperament. Like say, you know, 50's a little crazy. He'll say anything. You see what saying anything did to Kanye.
So they're trying. He's basically trying to scare
yeah,
people out
out
of
of
doing deals
doing
with
it.
you. Interesting. And then M shut it down, and he was like, "Yo, it's got to happen."
If he's not coming, I'm not coming. And then it changes the whole thing because he really is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they can say what they want.
Yeah, no.
But when we go to the stats, the
They-
actual
they-
numbers,
Numbers
They
don't
know the
lie.
numbers.
he's the
And that was
biggest
before
one.
the
And-
days of the bots and all that.
Jay-Z is now at the center of some serious allegations. A newly filed complaint accuses him of being involved in the abuse of a minor that dates back to the year 2000, a claim that adds fuel to the already intense case against Diddy, whose legal troubles have been stacking up for months. Until now, Jay-Z had remained silent, watching from the sidelines.
He is staying on the offensive, going after not only the attorney who filed the lawsuit against him and Diddy, that would be Tony Busby, the attorney, but also the accuser. And he has filed a new motion this morning, which we're going to get to in a moment, but basically he wants to level the playing field with the accuser. But first, we got to start with this response that Jay-Z had to the allegation. Catch you up real quick if you hadn't heard, but a woman who had filed a lawsuit against Diddy back in October, alleging that he had raped her at a VMA after party in the year 2000 when she was only 13 years old.
Right. Remember, this is when she allegedly was given a drink. She felt woozy, and there was Diddy, and there was a male celebrity who was unnamed at the time, and also a female celebrity.
Well, that unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday. She and her attorney, Tony Busby, refiled it and named Jay-Z as the unnamed celebrity involved in the. Jay-Z's response is extraordinary in that, look, we've seen all these lawsuits against Diddy, dozens of them now at this point, and frequently his response has been to deny it, but to say nothing else. Jay-Z went way more than just denying it. He did do that, but then went directly after the attorney. Part of his statement said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt from a lawyer named Tony Busby. It made me want to expose you, Tony Busby, for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor...
50 Cent didn't stop with the video earlier in the week. He took another jab at Jay-Z, this time for attending the premiere of Mufasa the Lion King with his daughter Blue Ivy. Yeah, I'm asking for K50 joked. He then explains why he chose to target Jay-Z again, acknowledging the ongoing claims against the rapper, while Shay Diddy also gets involved. The 49-year-old rapper shared his reasoning for turning to X, formerly Twitter, to troll, making it clear that his choice was deliberate. Amidst the allegations revealed in a lawsuit filed on December 8th, 50 Cent couldn't resist taking a swipe at Jay-Z once again. With news of the claims breaking, 50 took to social media to question the status of the Super Bowl halftime show, which Jay-Z's Roc Nation curates with the NFL. He He posted, "Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick," suggesting he was just trying to figure out if things were still going as planned. His message seemed to imply that Jay-Z, like the NFL, could back out if things got too complicated. But 50 didn't stop there. On December 9th, after Jay-Z attended the Mufasa the Lion King premiere with his wife, Beyoncé, and their daughter Blue Ivy, 50 Cent took to Instagram for another jab. In a now-deleted post, he mocked Jay-Z for attending the premiere amid the ongoing legal crisis. 50 posted, "Jay, they said I rapped a kid. Everybody get dressed, we're going to see Mufasa. LOL, yeah, it's exactly like this." He sarcastically suggested that despite the serious nature of the allegations against Jay-Z, the rapper was still willing to go to a Disney event. 50's remarks go deeper than just mocking Jay-Z's choice to attend the premiere. He pointed out the glaring hypocrisy in how celebrities are treated when facing accusations. What they did to Johnny Depp, pulling him from all those Disney movies because of Amber Heard's false allegations, and now Disney's rolling out the red carpet for Jay-Z amid even harsher claims. That's some serious hypocrisy, 50 ranted. He emphasized the need for fairness, suggesting that if Disney was going to cancel people based on accusations, they should apply the same level of scrutiny to everyone, from Johnny Depp to Gina Carano and others. This isn't just your typical celebrity feud. What's unfolding between 50 Cent and Jay-Z is much more complex. It's a culmination of years of rivalry, now intensified by a scandal neither artist can fully control. Their animosity runs deeper than Instagram posts or viral AI clips. This is personal.
Damn, but what
The last thing I saw was like a guy there. He was like, "Yo," he like pushed me into the truck. It really hurt, and he sounded me. Like he sounded me. I was like, "Yo, look, I could find other things to do for money." Did you see the video? I could find other things to do for money. But I'm not sure I can say that for money. Somebody pushed me into a truck.
How much is this guy trying to get?
I don't know. Like it's a simple suit situation, but it's like
20 mil, I can say it.
You still have to black his face out. You still have to mimic his voice because he's like,
But his
damn.
voice wasn't even that different.
And that a little deeper. I was like, almost like, "No, that's you, young buck."
Yo,
I almost felt like it was him. I almost knew who it was. You know what I mean? I was like, "Nah, that's fucking trying to money right."
Yo, you can't say that dudes are having sex with other dudes, bro. That might come for you.
Yeah, you say sweet love, sweet love.
Yeah, you gotta say make sweet love.
That's young buck breaking right there.
Make sweet love.
There's rules to rap beef now, bro.
Now people
Not
gonna
in your
know.
day.
Well, I'm saying like, God,
That was
man,
good.
why is your homeboy so close to you when you come out of that? Look like you guys just made sweet love. I'm gonna say sweet love instead of anything that says.
To me, that's better because they're gonna try to make it something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was smart. Like I didn't think about that. I say things to the borderline. Like I'm like, "Oh my God, you're in trouble."
You?
Like they all the time. Because I just say.
Nah, but you got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not photo. This is really happening. I'm just saying to you. No, stop it, look. You set that up. Look, you set that up. There's no, he's in the same shirt.
What do you mean he's in the same shirt?
Obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like you go, I'm like, nah, it was odd. Like, this is some of the things that people say, like girls, guys may say to a girl, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
For Jay-Z, the stakes couldn't be higher. His response to the allegations has been swift and forceful. In a statement directed at the accuser and her attorney, Tony Busby, Jay-Z not only denied the accusations but labeled them a blatant act of blackmail. His words were cutting, "I'm not from your world. We protect children while you seem to exploit others for your own benefit." The music and media mogul is now facing accusations of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. This case was initially filed in October in the Southern District of New York, naming Diddy as the defendant. However, it was refiled today to include Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. He is, of course, well known as Beyoncé's husband. The accuser, who remains unnamed, claims the incident happened after she was taken to an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. According to the lawsuit, she was given a drink that left her feeling dizzy, lightheaded, and like she needed to lie down. The complaint further alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where the accuser was resting and sexually assaulted her. In the past hour, Jay-Z and his legal team have issued a response strongly denying the accusations and claiming they are being targeted in a blackmail attempt. Jay-Z reportedly stated, "I will not give you a single penny. My only concern right now is for my family." This morning, the rap mogul denied the allegations of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The civil lawsuit, initially filed against Combs in October, was amended on Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, claims both men assaulted her at a Video Music Awards after-party in 2000. In a forceful statement, Jay-Z accused Jane Doe's attorney of attempting to extort him, saying, "These allegations are so horrific that I urge you to file a criminal complaint instead of a civil one. Anyone who would commit such a terrible crime against a minor deserves to be behind bars, don't you agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will now have to sit down and explain this to our children someday." Jay-Z expressed concern about the impact these allegations might have on his family, particularly his child, who is now at an age where her friends could see the headlines and ask questions about the claims. He noted the cruelty and greed behind such accusations, adding to the emotional toll on his loved ones. While Jay-Z's statement is bold and assertive, it also leaves room for speculation. If he is so confident in his innocence, why does 50 Cent continue to provoke him publicly? Is it all just a joke, or does 50 know something others don't? There's also talk about the civil lawsuit potentially being re-examined as a criminal matter. If this had been pursued earlier, things might have unfolded differently. Was it the same lobbyists and connections that were used to create opportunities for Puff? Is that why you've been going so hard on him over the past few years? Was it all tied to the liquor business? Because honestly, ever since his current situation came to light, it seems like you stepped back and eased up on him. So, was this all just about the liquor rivalry, or was it something else? To be fair, most of the motivation seemed to come from competition trying to go head-to-head with brands, but let's face it, he was ahead of me in the game, wasn't he? We had been working on SCK and integrating it into our coaching programs with KLC Lou and other collaborations involving various people connected to us. That's really what it was all about. But when you take a closer look at things, he would do a lot of shady stuff behind the scenes. For example, he'd undermine me by stirring things up with people I had worked with, people he also did business with. He would say things about me like trying to create division. You know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, yeah, I got it, but still. And let's be real, 50 Cent isn't exactly known for holding back or playing nice in situations like this. While 50 Cent is known for stirring the pot, his comments about Jay-Z seem to go beyond simple trolling. During an interview with Big Boy, 50 joked about the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show, an event led by Rossi Nation, and questioned whether the recent allegations against Jay-Z might jeopardize it. When you see things like this, sometimes you're just like, oh wow, he said, and then you're sitting there like, wait, is this still happening? Are we still having the Super Bowl halftime show? I'm just asking for a friend. Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. 50 joked, adding, I'm just trying to figure out if everything's still happening. Look, they might step back, but they're like the NFL, they won't want to be directly associated with it, right? When asked why he always inserts himself into every major topic, 50 replied, I'm just watching, participating, being part of the culture. You know, I'm just sharing my opinion, that's all. The host chimed in, agreeing, right, you're part of the culture. 50 responded with a shrug, yeah, but it feels like now I can't say anything anymore. I'm out of it, I'm just going with it. I'll probably just head over to Dre's studio and hang out with Dre for a bit, you know, stay out of trouble, maybe 50 said with a grin. He continued, but you know how it is. Sometimes I'll say things because, well, it feels like I'm being bullied. You know how people will say, oh, you're being a bully, and as soon as that happens, my timeline blows up. Bam! People are like, oh, you think this is funny? You're next, buddy. Laughing, he added, so yeah, sometimes I do feel bullied, pushed around, you know, not that it's a real threat or anything, it's just like, well, you know how it is. I think it's just that competition is such a big part of our culture, man. It's natural, it's how we are. But when it goes beyond the music and starts affecting business opportunities, that's where I get confused, 50 explained. It's like right now, he's not even competing for a spot. There's no new song out, no push to hit the top 10 or top 5, and yet he's still competing. For what? It doesn't make sense. What are we even competing for? What's the goal here? Explain it to us. He paused and added, because honestly, this feels bigger than music, it's spilling over into so many other things. The whole competition thing, or what we call beef, right? It's changed over time. When Biggie and Tupac were around, the way we talked about it shifted. People started using the term beef for the things people said or did that created tension in the environment. But before that, we just called it baiting in our culture. You know, it was just a part of the game until it turned into something deeper, something more street level. So when you're not even competing for those things anymore, you start to step back and wonder, what was the problem in the first place? It's like you can't even remember what started it. That's what I went through with Joe. My issue with him was like, yo, what's the real problem here? What happens when we run into each other and have an altercation? The thing was, he wasn't loyal just to me, but to his side, too loyal to a fault. He was so loyal that he ended up picking sides without having to be pushed into it. And eventually, over time, things just fizzled out because we didn't really have an issue to begin with. As for Jay-Z, his legacy is hanging in the balance right now. Whether he comes out of this unscathed or becomes another casualty of public opinion is yet to be seen. But one thing is for sure, this story isn't over. So where does this leave the rap mogul? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the most unexpected celebrity twists and turns.